Okay, disclaimer. To the best of my knowledge, this story is true. I don't expect to convince you, truth be told. I've had a hard time coming to terms with it myself, cliche as it may be. I really am a rational person, and if not for this, I'd probably be the most stone-faced atheist you'll ever meet. But after much inner struggle and debate, I've come to the conclusion there are things in life that simply cannot be explained with reason, at least in the form in which we know it. Logic, for all trust we place in it, is nothing more than a candle, all too easily snuffed out. And when it's gone, we are left alone in the dark, and everything we scoff at in the daylight seems to become very believable. Here's my story. I was young, only 4 or 5 at most, before either of my siblings were born. It was just mommy and daddy and me, living in our little house. We were a young family without much money, and most of our furniture was secondhand. It was the middle of the day, summer, hot, boring. I was playing marbles by myself on a thin carpet besides the huge old flower pattern couch. Mom was down the hall in the kitchen, and Dad was at work. Why I was trying to roll marbles around on the carpet, I don't know. We had a perfectly good laminated floor after all. But there I was, swishing the marbles back and forth, happily bouncing them into each other. Then, in my enthusiasm, I rolled one too hard, my favorite marble, zipped into the dark space under the couch, and was lost. Damn it! Dad wasn't home, and he was the only one strong enough to move that big old couch for me. I had to get my marble back myself. I reached my hand under the couch tentatively at first, then deeper, encountering no marble. I pulled my hand down in disappointment. Then, a hand reached out from under the couch back at me. I remembered the image vividly, as I suspect I always will. It was a slim hand with tempered fingers, a woman's hand. It was scrawled and wrinkly as if aged, and it was dead black. Not as in African, black as in dead. Of course, back then I didn't know corpses blackened as they decomposed, so I didn't know what black meant. The hand reached out at me as far as it could, which was only up to the wrist. Then it retreated under the couch. Then emerged again, this time pushing a little crumpled up plastic bag with a logo on it I didn't recognize. It waited as if expecting me to take the bag. Then when I didn't, it pulled the bag back under the couch and was gone. I got up, walked down the kitchen, and told Mom what happened. Why didn't I run screaming, or at least run? I don't know. All I can say is I was a little kid. A hand reaching out from under the couch at me didn't seem like a huge deal. I hadn't learned what was not permissible in reality. I had no worldview. Mom was skeptical but walked me back to the couch and explained how I was probably imagining things. She even reached her hand under the couch to convince me there was nothing down there. Later, Dad lifted the couch out for me, and the only things under it was, of course, my missing marble plus a few more marbles I didn't even remember losing. But here's the scary part. For years I remember this. I even developed a weird fantasy of little hand people living under the couch. I have, in my childlike innocence, believed that they would catch me and take me away if I ever reached into their domain again. Then as I grew older, I wrote the memory off as a dream I had as a child. Cute but silly. Then a few years ago I re-encountered the story with my mother. She gave me a funny look and told me she remembered it, because after all, she had been there. She told me that she remembers me coming to her in the middle of the day, telling her about a hand under the couch, and remember her being highly disturbed by my story, since I was an extremely quiet and well-behaved kid who didn't ever lie. She then told me about the couch itself. According to her, she and Dad had gotten the couch from an estate of an old woman who actually died on it. This was the first time I had heard about this, and it sure explains why they got rid of the couch within a month of my story. But here's the part that truly frightens me. Even to this day, the part that I had tried so hard to get out of my mind some nights, remembered the bag the hand pushed towards me. I never forgot the logo on it, and recently, as in a few years ago, I saw the same logo again on what looked like the same type of bag in a hardware store. It was a bag filled with utility razor blades.